Hey guys, it's Carla and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to test out some new makeup. It might not be new makeup in general, but it's new makeup to me. For the past few years, I've been using Born This Way by Too Faced, and I'm almost out. I don't know if you can see all of like the drainage. And I just wanted to try something out because it's expensive and really it's the only foundation, like liquid foundation, that I've ever tried. And your girl is very oily. I have very oily skin, and even though it is oil free and it's supposed to be sort of matte, by the end of the day your girl is very oily. I didn't wear any makeup today, so this is my face after an entire day, so it's not too bad, but you know, there's still some shine up there and whatnot. So the makeup that I'm testing out today to see if I like is going to be from LA Girl. I went to Ulta a couple weeks ago. It's still in the bag. The bag has seen better days. Like, it still has the breast cancer logo thing going on, because I bought it in October a couple weeks ago. I did test out this LA Girl lip scrub and it's kind of trash. I did not like it. Of course, I paid like $3.50 for it, so it was super inexpensive, but I would not spend $3.50 on it again because I'm just used to my lip scrub. I just buy the sugar scrub from Lush. I think it's like the bubblegum flavor, and I say flavor because I usually just lick it off my lips and I'm good to go, but I much prefer that to this. I think I bought it because of the fact that it was so cheap. I mean, it smells sweet, it's got, I don't know, something in it, but it just didn't do the trick. If anything, I feel like it made my lips even more crusty, which I don't think is the point of a lip scrub. So anyway, I digress. The foundation that I bought, and looking back, it was less than $7. So I mean, I don't have very high expectations of it just because it was so inexpensive, but it's LA Girl Pro Matte HD High Definition Longwear Matte Foundation. I don't know if this is my color. I'm hoping that it is. I kind of went through everything that they had as far as like undertones and all of that, so I'm hoping that I picked the right color. And then the other thing that I wanted to test out was a makeup sponge by Japonesque. I bought this at Walmart the other day, and it has two of them. It was $12. My beauty blender has seen better days. I've had this bad boy for 3+ years. There's no shame in my game. There was nothing wrong with it, so I haven't replaced it because there was nothing wrong with it. But at this point, she's gotta go. Like, the makeup isn't coming off, it's not washing with anything, it needed to be replaced. But it's $20. I'm pretty sure that I bought that on sale at Sephora way back when, but yeah, I don't know if I want to spend $20, so I bought these two for $12 just to test them out. We'll see how they work out. If they don't work out, maybe I'll try a couple more before going back to the beauty blender, if I do end up going back to the beauty blender, but we shall see. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this bad boy up, dampen it, and see if it does what it's supposed to do. The package says up to 20% larger when damp, so we'll see if that's true. I'll be back. So I'm back, and let me just say that it's very squishy, it's soft, and I bought these specifically because they do have the same shape as the beauty blender. That's what I'm used to, so that's what I wanted to keep buying or trying out. Anyway, so I went ahead and dampened the black one, the all black one. Now remember, the package says up to 20% larger when damp, and let me just say, that that is correct, because they were the same size, and look at this bad boy, it's massive. That's what she said. Anyway, let me go ahead and get this party started, get my glasses off, and try out this makeup. I'm a little blind, if you didn't know that, so here we go. Opening packages is a struggle, man. I had never bought anything from LA Girl before. I don't have any expectations. I haven't heard anything good or anything bad. I kind of just browsed Ulta and see what I could find. Makeup is just so expensive, and I like makeup, don't get me wrong. It's not in my budget to be buying makeup all the time, and at that, to be buying expensive makeup all the time. So, you know, I'm just working with what I can. So I'm gonna get my hair out of my face. There we go. I don't want to completely put it up just because it's been in a ponytail all day, and my head kind of hurts, so I'm just gonna let it kind of breathe. I don't know what rat's nest thing is going on back there, but there we go. So I'm going to use the Tarte Poreless Mattifying Primer. I don't know if I love this or if I hate this. Even with the primer, I still get oily, but then again, I don't like reapply anything on my face. Once my makeup is done, it is done. I don't carry around any powder with me or anything like that. So yeah. Also, it's 7:45 p.m. I have nowhere to go, guys, at all. The cold front is coming in, and I was watching Harry Potter earlier, and I thought, you know what, I could do something more productive with my time. So, not saying that watching Harry Potter isn't productive. I just felt the inspiration to film a video, and so here we are. And by inspiration, I mean I watched my friend Kristen's video. I recently started following her, and she does some amazing videos on being organized. And by being organized, I mean she's a planner. She literally is a planner lady. She does videos on her planner, and the video that I watched today was 45 minutes long, and you know, that's okay. That is a very good investment of my time. She inspired me, so here we are today, right now, at 7:45 p.m. So, it is matte liquid foundation in the color beige. It says medium to full coverage, smooth, long wearing, suede finish. I'm confused because it says pro matte, but then it says suede finish. So I'm hoping that it looks matte-ish. It has a pump. I really like that it has a pump. I didn't shake it. Are we supposed to shake makeup? I don't know. I'm not a YouTuber, as Jenna Marbles likes to say. Oh, this is very different from the makeup I wear now. What I like to do is just do part of my face and then go ham on it and then switch around. So we'll see. Here we go, makeup sponge. I have faith in you. So it does feel a little bit stiffer than my beauty blender, but then again, my beauty blender is like 4 years old, so it's got a lot of wear and tear. It's been thoroughly loved, so I kind of understand the stiffness. I, at this point, don't remember what the beauty blender felt when it was brand new, so that comparison is kind of pointless. But I mean, it spread my makeup pretty well. As far as the makeup goes, I think it's a pretty good match for my skin tone. It smells kind of funny, but I can deal with it. I definitely think at this point it might be a little premature, but I feel like it looks a lot more natural than my Born This Way foundation. And that's the problem that I've been having with that foundation, with the Born This Way one, that I feel like it ends up looking really cakey after a little bit. Like, it looks fine when I first apply it, but throughout the day it kind of looks cakey, and you can't really notice it unless you're looking straight at my face, and I mean staring, and you're like this close to me. But I notice it and I definitely feel it, and I think it's because I have an oily skin type that I know when I'm greasy. And I say greasy because even though it's just oil and I have oily skin, it just feels dirty and I feel like I need to wash my face. So this entire video is going to me tapping my face, and that's okay. And I'm looking this way because this is where I have my mirror. So wow. Also, guys, please don't forget about your neck. It is not cute to have a visibly just line of where you do your makeup and then your neck is a completely different color. It's not cute. I always put my leftover foundation on my nose, which ends up biting my butt. Also, I have this little blemish right here because I picked at it earlier. There's like a little scabby situation going on, and I picked at it and now it's a little red mark. So there's that. Is it as loud as I feel like it is? Because all I hear is tap, 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 tap. I had been concentrating, clearly. So I should also readjust this video. I don't know if readjust is the best word, but clarify maybe that this is not a testing video, because I'm probably going to wash my face immediately after finishing with the filming of this video. It's more of a first impressions video. So to compare the two foundations, this one I think is over $40. Don't quote me on that. I'm not completely positive on that, but I know it's significantly more expensive than this less than $7 foundation. They both claim to be medium to full coverage, and straight off the bat I can tell you that this has more coverage than this. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I personally prefer a lighter hand on the makeup. I like looking a little bit more natural. Like I said, the problem that I was having with this foundation is that I found it to be a little bit more on the cakey side. After a little bit, I just haven't replaced it because I already have it. There was no need for me to like go out and buy a new one. But because I was running out, that's the reason why I went out and got this one. Now, they are both glass containers as far as I know. They sound like glass containers. But yeah, this one was only $7. Less than $7 actually. This one has 1 fluid ounce and this one has 1 fluid ounce as well. It's supposed to be good for a year. At this point, I don't remember when I bought this, so I might have had it for over a year. I tend to not replace my makeup or my brushes or anything of the sort. If it hasn't broken me out by now, I just trust the product and that it won't break me out. That's probably horrible, but I'm just not about to go spend my money when it's not necessary. So far, I like the foundation. I think that it actually did match my skin pretty perfectly. So I'm back. I'm pretty sure that my camera has a limit on how long I can film, and it just was like, girl, bye. It's no bye. So anyway, hopefully I'm picking up where I left off. I like the feel of the bottle. It's glass. It has 1 fluid ounce. It matches my skin tone. So far I have no complaints. It was good. I'm happy with it. As far as the sponge goes, I think that it did a very good job in distributing the product. There's no streaks. Of course, I didn't like rub. I tapped, as you may have seen. And this is what we're left with. Now, because I still want to test out the sponge, I'm going to go ahead and apply some concealer under my eyes and wherever else I normally use concealer, which is on my forehead, my chin, and my smile line. You'll see. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, which is what everybody and their mom uses. And we'll go from there. I will say that this Japonesque sponge it feels like it's a lot larger than the Beauty Blender. And I think that it distributes the product pretty well. I don't think that it's absorbing a lot of product at all, because this is the brand new part of it that I haven't used on anything, and this is what I've used on my face. Like, yes, it's a little bit of a different color. It actually looks a lot whiter or brighter on camera than it does like in person. And the reason why I want to keep testing the sponge is because of the shape. I like to use the point of it to really get into the under eye area, and I want to see if it's too big or more uncomfortable than what I'm used to with the Beauty Blender. So far though, y'all, I am thoroughly impressed because it does a pretty good job at what I need it to do, which is just spread my makeup around and make me look pretty. Also, this may be an unpopular opinion, but the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer is not my favorite. I think that it creases a lot on me. I don't know if I just have very difficult under eyes or if it's just not the right concealer for me, because even though a lot of people claim that it doesn't crease on them, it's not the case for me. It definitely creases. And also, can I just say that my under eye does not look this bright off camera. I'm just like, girl, get your act together. Wow. I'm thoroughly impressed by both the makeup and the sponge, because let me just tell you that it looks pretty dang natural. And at this point, I haven't set my under eyes, I haven't put any face powder on. I actually don't use any face powder. I use a Laura Mercier setting powder under my eyes, and if I'm feeling extra I usually do dabble it on everywhere else that I think I need it, but for the most part it's just under my eyes. By the end of the day, I usually end up looking a hot, greasy mess. But for the purpose of this video, I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my makeup off camera. so that I can end the video looking cute. I'll be back. Go big or go home. Am I right, guys? Yeah, so while I was doing my makeup, I realized I had something stuck in my teeth, so that was embarrassing. Hopefully y'all didn't notice and we're all good. But anyway, my final thoughts on the makeup products that I used today. So the sponge, 10 out of 10 would recommend. I think I do have to use it a little bit more, but just by first impressions, it's squishy, it does the job, and most importantly, it was $12 for 2 sponges. So I don't think that I know enough about beauty sponges to call it a dupe, but I think that it is a good alternative. I got it at Walmart and it is the brand Japonesque. I'm assuming that that's how you pronounce it, but it's called the Japonesque Complexion Perfection Sponge Duo. And I'm assuming that it's a duo because it had 2 of them, but I got it at Walmart in the makeup section. I don't regret it so far. I've only used it 1 time, but sometimes using it 1 time will suffice, and I usually know if I'm okay with the product or not. And that's how I feel about this LA Girl lip scrub. I used it once, I thought it was trash. I used it twice, you know, the second time around, and I still thought it was trash. I haven't used it again. 10 out of 10 would not recommend. So there's that. As far as the foundation goes, I don't think I have anything to complain about. I feel that if by the end of the day I am greasy or oily, it was a $7 product, guys. So it matched my skin tone. It blended really well with the rest of my makeup. I went ahead and did some highlight, some bronzer, some blush over top of it, and I mean, nothing really moved, and I think it looks great. Yeah, I think those are my final thoughts. I would recommend both just because they're so affordable. Like I said, this was $7. These were $12. So overall, for both of the products, I'm looking at less than $20. And the Beauty Blender by itself is $20, which is ridiculous that I at one point spent $20 on this. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I'm wearing the Dream Street palette from ColourPop on my eyes, and I'm wearing 2 lip products from ColourPop as well. ColourPop is my jam. Love them. And that is all I have for you guys. Stay tuned on my Instagram page. I'll probably do a little update on my stories about this and how it wears throughout the day. Now that I see it on my face and know that like it actually looks pretty okay and it matches my skin tone, I think I will do my makeup with this tomorrow and wear it for the next few days that I actually work, because I like to look not dead when I'm at work. I don't think that my thoughts on the sponge will change, because honestly I just needed to do its job, and it did its job the first time around, which leads me to believe that it'll keep doing its job for many times to come. After I post this video on YouTube, then I'll go ahead and do that update video on my stories. So follow your girl, SuperCarla13, across all social media. So yeah guys, that is it for today. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for new videos in the near future. And until next time, I will see you guys later. I love you. Okay, bye. Okay, now we are filming. How have I already been recording for 14 minutes? What is life? What am I saying? Wow. That was a lot.